So the orange has two gain knobs, an overdrive and a gain knob. So it's like you can like dial in a whole raft of different drive sounds. Anyway, we dropped out there. It seems like the Kindle had enough at that moment. So this is like part 2. An awful lot of time wasting. Yeah, so let's get straight into these sounds. So right, so this is like, yeah, the black face. Everything works, so I'm just gonna have to chance it, like settings. I'm just gonna have to hope. Right, so tube screamer first. Hey, I can never use a looper, by the way, because I do like a 2 guitar sound, either with like finger picking, right, when I do my finger picking. Oh, I just realised. Alright, so this is like, I'm just putting an acoustic simulator on, and so it's like me the finger picking. Hang on. The 2 guitar sound is what I'm all about. It's simplest, and it's like, and and also, like, with the stuff I do with the injectable delay, I'm trying to create like a 2 guitar sound out of 1 guitar. Now the moment I use a looper, I undercut it all. and like the listener will never be able to trust, oh, is he doing that or is it just the looper? So that I will never use a looper. I have never used a looper on any one of these videos or any one of my recordings or any one of my gigs. Like I have to steer clear of the looper. Okay, so trust me, nothing is a looper. Nothing is a looper ever. And like that's that. And it's tough, when you do sort of like, so we have the Tube Screamer. That's your Tube Screamer, right? Or the Michelangelo Battio take on a Tube Screamer. I've cut my fingers terribly. Quite painful. It's quite painful to play. Right, so off with that. Next is the Governor. Alright, so that's the Governor. Bless it. Right, the Metal Zone. Great pedal. And the metal core, which is the king of like the shambolic fucking usurpation of the stage that was nu metal. So let me just go back, like, the metal zone. Metal core. Not a million miles away, are they? Right, now this is the this is something I would like to show you. This is the metal core with the tube screamer. Fucking that up, sorry. This is with nothing to sweeten it, no reverb, nothing, like, you know. I mean, I love that sound, and it's like, but you know, a sound that I've been using for yonks, which is an absolute favourite sound, is the you know, tube screamer, albeit again like the Batio with the low end thunk like fucking boost, into the governor. And I mean, this has been a sound for ages, but like compare it to the sound you just heard. go with just the metal core with no tube screamer or anything. Yeah, really bad demo, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, it was very subpar. But yeah, as you can probably tell, I kind of decided. I think the there's bits where I'm kind of flat picking, and keeping the tube screamer out of it, so keeping the dynamic of the single effects pedal. Yeah, like I've got to say, I think that the metal core has kind of won out there. All three pedals are fantastic. The tube screamer really does add some phenomenal belt. I haven't tweaked with the settings. That was really as it fell, and in generally where I am at. But yeah, this pedal, I adore this pedal. High on my shopping list. If anyone sees one second hand, okay, right. Here's basically a request from me. If you see second hand, the pedal I'm about to describe, for 25 quid, 30 quid or less, and you can mark it up a bit, okay, because I'd go up to 45. So if you can sell it to me for 45 and make some money for yourself, right, it's the same colour as this, and it's called Power Stack, right, it's called Power Stack, okay. If you find one of those, yeah, like that I'm after. It looks exactly the same as this, but it's called the Power Stack. This pedal is, it was bought as a stopgap while I waited to find a Metal Zone in my little local area. At the time, I was very sort of, I didn't have the contacts I have now. And it ended up becoming like centerpiece. Because the thing is, if I had to kick one of them off the ship, I'd keep this one over the Zone. There are many sort of speculations about this pedal that it was a Metal Zone that was more, it didn't have the ability to fuck up the mid-range in the way they put a parametric EQ. Do you know what a parametric EQ is? They put a parametric EQ on the Metal Zone, which is cool as fuck, but it gives people that don't, that aren't massively confident in their abilities to like create a nice sound. It gives them every opportunity to fuck that sound up. So yeah, this is your parametric EQ, right? So you've got like, 4 knobs there for the price of one, and on this, yeah, you got your tone is the middle one, and your treble is the middle one, and the bass is the outside one. Well, with the parametric EQ, you've got one knob to select the frequency, and then the other knob to plus or minus it. Okay, so to set it flat, you set it like both things to 12 o'clock. But that particular knob gives you the ability to carve out amazing tone with the other like 4 knobs, and then totally destroy it with that one. So it's like, it will undo all your good work. It's one of those unfortunate things, and it's very difficult to use a parametric EQ. It's actually very difficult as a tone sculpting device. It is like an incredibly powerful tool, but it is hard to get on top of. And so one reason for this is that, okay, it gives you the great fat fucking genting chugging tone that the Metal Zone is famous for. Wow, I love the pedal, and it's famous for that. But without the ability to totally fucking destroy your middle, like with this, it's just like, yeah, we haven't even got any middle on this. It's like low and high. Middles are out. It's quite scooped on this, like quite whoop. They've really poked a hole in the middle of this, but it's a wonderful dynamic sound, and I picked it tonight because you can still hear. It's got all the fatness pretty much of like the Metal Zone with the Michelangelo Battio Tube Screamer low end booster device. It's got that. And yeah, it's an all-in-one. I don't need to fucking fuck nearly about and dickle and dookle about. It's great. So yeah, so it's like level, low, high, distortion. Distortion's never been above minimum, and minimum's too much. I'd like a reverse, tube screamer, like a tube whisperer, that brings the gain down a bit of whatever you put it in front of. Because some things, like even at the minimum, they're a bit much. So on that note, on that bombshell, Felipe Massa looking fucking irked. Yeah, thanks for your beautiful comments. There's a billion things I meant to say. Oh, right, yeah. So, I've given Chris a Telecaster. He's been given that. He's got a neck for it, and I was, basically saying what I thought of the wonderful Aria Pro 2, and he seems to think that actually he would prefer that. Cause I think when someone gives you a guitar, there's imbues it with a certain fucking soulfulness, and I think he'll be happy with that than he will with something off the shelf brand new, and you're probably watching Chris Wicked, man. Fucking thanks so much for your help. You're a fucking diamond, mate. You really are. Now the fact is, Chris, we're going to put that guitar together. I'm going to do the work on my tellies, and that telly all at once. It's going to be all done at once. And, so that's going to get put together. Now it's going to get put together. It's going to be up and running. It's going to be working, right? Now let's say let's say you were going to spend that 150 quid on the Aria Pro 2. Well, then you've got 150 quid budget to improve that telly there. Essentially, you can put whatever you like. Like you will be able to justify putting whatever you like on it. That could end up being a better guitar than any of the ones that I own in this room right now if it was the right person, put the right patience into it. But yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll give you more of that tune when I finished it. I've done a tune with a sort of whammy pedal as well now, which I'm really chuffed with. I don't know if I've played you any of that, but like, but yeah, like, nah, yeah. I've got to stop it somewhere. Subscribe to Mad Malco. Check out like Trauma Blue, Jim McAndrew, lovely guy. Jim, if you're watching, bless you, mate. Like, I would love to have a jam with you at some point. I'm on Facebook as Tim Fox. Like, if like I've got to get a webcam, but like, you know, I've done it before. We've jammed over like FaceTime before. You know, you need to be on Facebook to do it. But I would love to do that with some of you guys. Like, fucking, I love Jim's music. Like Trauma Blue Jim, like Jim McAndrew. It's like space music. You know, he loves his looper, and he does some beautiful work, like with that looper. Like it's you know, and I actually love looper musicians, and it's like I wish I could play a looper, but for what I said earlier, like I kind of can't. It's like I've taken a stand on something, and a looper will undermine trust. Like it will undermine trust in the audience. You know, even though like that doesn't really figure, it doesn't really matter. I don't really have an audience, but you should still like what you know. My creative path is my creative path, and I have to sort of like make particular calls from time to time. I have to make particular judgments. But yeah, fucking really pleased to say, like the old recorder there. Okay, like the Roland 8-track. That's basically not going to be relegated, but this is going to be given the task soon of only concentrating on doing the unplugged acoustic stuff. There's going to be a 16-track rolling along, coming along, all high and mighty, that's going to take care of the full band stuff. Got a mixing desk lined up, a Mackie 12 channel. I've got the Line 6 M13, like fucking stomp box modeler, amazing multi-effect, and it's got all, like, the dude has got like, he's selling it with like every fucking aftermarket optional extra. So it's got like 2 expression pedals with it. So you guys know the journey that I'm on here. Like that is the next step. And if you don't know much about the M13, please go and have a look at it. It's something else. You know, it's crazy. That sort of fucking sense of like. Oh, anyway, I'm lost. I tell you what it is that does it. You know, it's perfectly fucking understandable. It's this stuff. It's these. Because, you know, you're making Hawkwind sounds. But was you here when... Oh, yeah, did I do a bit of that in the last video? With the delay? I've got that saved, like Hawkwind delay. Saved that. Beautiful sound. Really like warm analog. You can hear the tape. Anyway, I've got a mocha here to drink, which I'm going to go and make. And upload these videos, like, which are going to be confusing. And I'm sorry it broke in the middle, but it broke in the middle. And yeah, and I'm going to watch this Felipe Massa thing. Then I'm going to get back hard at it, into the paint, with my new selection of pedals for this tune. Alright, stay healthy, stay happy, look after yourselves, look after each other. Look after your guitars, look after your music, and your music will look after you. And, you know, increase the amount of effects in your armory, but use less. in your performance. And yeah, what can I say? Like lots and lots of news coming soon. Like Golden Wonder. There are 2 left on the hit list. Floyd Rose, Hollow Body. Okay. Now there'll be options as well. So electric 12-string. I'm actually gonna like slum it with like Gear for Music. And P90 guitar. Well, I might have that box ticked. Not sure yet, but putting an Alchemist 90 into a Stag Nitro. So we'll see. But yeah, Hollow Body, and locking floating tram system. And you know, then there was one.